Right. Hello, hello, everyone. Happy Wednesday. We have Alexis in the house. We have Carolyn. Hi, Carolyn. Doing great. Thank you. Hello, Kamora. Happy Wednesday. We are giving a few moments for everyone to hop in right now. We are also live on Facebook. So if you're joining us there, feel free to leave a comment. I will be keeping an eye out there. But we all plugged in today to talk a little bit non-negotiables. So we are going to be getting underneath your hood a little bit. We're going to have some not tough conversations, but good million-dollar mindset reminders. And today, I really want you guys to leave here with a brain dump of confident boosters that will help you when you're not motivated. Hello, Danae. Thanks so much for hopping in. While we wait for everyone and while we get started, do you guys want to let me know how long have you been a travel advisor? How long ago did you start your business? This training is perfect for new agents as you're coming in and setting your foundation. This is going to be like a compilation of 3 years of trainings with Charles Lee, our five-star platinum founder, our founder of the business, all of his nuggets that he gives us on our trainings. I always jot them down, and that's exactly what I use to help me get through hard days. Carolyn said 3 weeks tomorrow. Kamora said 2018, but recently came back. Oh, awesome. So you have been here for a while. You know, from old changes to new practices, this is the perfect rebrand. Alexa said about 3 months, doing great. I have been 1 year with Archer, total almost 2 years. Congratulations. I love how we all know our Evo anniversary, by the way. It's just like an important thing. You know, we all decided to start our business, which is exactly some of the things I'm going to get into. So we'll give it a few more moments for others to hop in. Yay! Hey, Alexandria, how are you? Good, good, good. There we go. We got some family coming in now. And then we'll get started. Grab your agenda book, grab your pen and paper, whatever you want to take some notes on. Like I said, this is kind of going to be a brain dump, but really helpful. And when you leave, I want you guys to feel confident, even during some hard seasons of your business. Without further ado, also, if this is our first time meeting, hello, my name is Victoria. I've been a travel advisor with Archer for 3 years now. I'm a silver leader here on our team, and today we were going to have our IA10 card holder, Robin, joining us, but her daughter went into labor. So she is living the life of a business owner and is able to go take care of the priorities. Today, we're going to be talking about non-negotiables with your business and actually building the business that you said you wanted. We're going to talk about the power of showing up daily and all the good things. So, first things first, you guys being here, give yourself a pat on the back. I'm so proud of you for plugging yourself in. That's exactly what we're going to be going over. First step is identifying your why, which you've probably heard in other trainings before. This is very important because this is exactly what's going to keep you motivated when you're needing motivation or even when you're not needing motivation. Like I recently, even 3 years in, just reset some goals, and it's what's keeping me motivated to go a little bit harder than maybe what I was doing before. So identifying your why. This is going to be a little bit of a workshop. So kind of like I said in the beginning, if you guys are open to some participation, I would love that. We all said yes to starting our own business. That in itself is huge. Never forget this. You've already taken the first hard step that most people are too afraid to do, which is just starting. Now, while we're identifying our why, what is it for you that made you say yes? One of the main things that I love about our business is that we all have different life paths. We all come in for different reasonings. Maybe you're someone who came in because you're already an active traveler and you just wanted the perks. So maybe the perks made you say yes. Maybe you're someone who was like me and wanted to finish college, but rent came first and you just wanted supplemental income, or you needed supplemental income in today's time. That's why I started. Maybe you're a mom and you have been working as a mom and you want to be able to work home more often. So I'm going to ask you guys in like 1 to 2 sentences, or even if you just want to take one of these words, what is it for you as to why you started? For yourself here, we can just keep it simple, but when you're creating your own plan, get as real and raw and honest with it. Like, for example, during trainings, I might say, oh, the reason why I started my business was for the supplemental income. I was already a Disney guru, so Why not plan vacations for others? But when I sit in my journaling and I get real and raw and honest with it, like I started my business for the supplemental income. Now that I'm making that supplemental income, we enlist. Write out what this business has done for you if you've been here for a few years. I've been able to move, upgrade our housing. I've been able to take a few cruises, do all these things. Um, and when you get real and raw with it, you're putting it on paper. The reason why I will never quit my business, yes, I started for supplemental income, but the reason why I will never quit is because I want to be a stay-at-home mom, a work-from-home mom. So having that listed there is going to guide you through your journey. Yes, Alexandria said ownership. That's a big one. Having like a life change or just something that you own, something that no one can take away. Having a boss that might control your days, your time, your money, right? Here, exactly. That was something that I loved. I was like, wait, I'm really good at being a hard worker, so why not work for myself? Chelsea said the freedom and flexibility. Love that. Carolyn said the perks, extra income, life change, and spend time with family. Kamara says, love it. So these are all your whys, right? When you, if you were to do it in your journal, you can get real gritty, set some goals. Like for example, the opportunity. You started your business and then you learned about Charles Lee and how he makes $12,000 or $32,000 a month. Hearing that opportunity, maybe that's a goal for you, which is going to lead us into making the decisions. So we have our why. Now it's important to never forget our why. We're going to make decisions with $1,000,000 mindsets. We hear it all the time from founder or Christina Bertels. A determined mind is a powerful one. So this is like one of those sticky notes that I have written down. Determined mind is a powerful one. 3 things. Make the decision to never give up, and you've already set yourself apart from those willing to quit. Founder likes to say that with this business, if at the very least all you're getting is discounted travels and paid on your own vacations, you're still winning compared to people who won't even start. So that's at the bare minimum. But if you are striving for more, right, striving for those big goals, like to become a 4-star platinum, make the decision to never give up, and you're already halfway there. Already setting yourself apart from those willing to quit and maybe not get to that part. Make the decision to be successful, and you'll have no choice but to achieve the goals that you aspire to achieve. I know it's so easy to say, it's hard, it's overwhelming, but something that Sarah Rogers says is excuses. You have to be stronger than your strongest excuse. There's going to be times with business, and this was everyone, that maybe life isn't lifing, or maybe business might have to be put it aside and do only 2 hours a day instead of the full 5 hours of the day. You have to make that decision that no matter what you were going through, you were still going to do XYZ. You were still going to come back up and be a business owner. You have to make that decision. Like for me, I have worked business through a move, a crazy family situation. And as I was going through those moments, I was just staying consistent. And I remember, I think that this was the most important thing. I made the decision that I will never, ever quit. I don't care what's going on. I'm going to be a travel agent for life, just for the fact, let me go back, even if I'm not making any bookings, even if I'm not doing this and this, just for the fact that I want to be able to take my kids to Disney World and I get to go for free and we get paid. Like, make those decisions in your head that you're never going to quit and why. So that goes back to your why. Also, for those of us who are working another job, balancing maybe other routines, decide that if you can work 8 hours a day for someone else, that you can work at least 2 hours a day for yourself. I think this is a really big one, especially for newer agents coming in. They come in very, very excited, and then within like 2, 3, working both gets to you. And we have some other trainings on like not avoiding burnout, but I like to say if you can work at least 8 hours a day working for someone else, work at least 2 hours a day for yourself. Little by little, that consistency is going to, it's daily efforts that are compounding. So they're going to add up to you working more for yourself. How are we feeling so far? If you guys can all give me a thumbs up or like a 1 in the chat if we are good to go to the next slide. Let me check Facebook. 101, 101. Perfect. Okay, good. Love it. I'm glad you guys are loving this. Take a picture if you want. This is literally what I said, brain dumping from 3 years of business, all the insights that I've gotten from founder, Christina Bertels. all the things that's really helped me. So we've made our why, we've set the decisions. We're never going to quit. We are going to be a travel agent for life. Wait, let me actually go back to the last slide because maybe if you were someone who is just starting team building, I don't think this has to do with just team building, but I attended a training a while ago, and VP, Vice President of our business, Tony, he said that every business partner that we come with is either a lifetime, a season. He worded it a lot better. I know So Kenyon knows the wording of it, but here we are in this training and we're deciding what kind of agent we want to be. We are deciding to be the lifetime ones. I know Alexandria, I've seen her in many trainings. She's going to be a lifetime Evo family member. So you make that decision to be successful. Now, set our why, we made our decisions. Now we're setting our strong foundation, which is where some of you guys might be as you're coming into the business. Something that's important is consistency creates confidence. And this is where I say stay with me because we're just brain dumping here. If you guys have any questions, feel free, or if there's a topic that we're talking about and you have an idea or question you want to jump in on, please feel free to unmute. Because this page is going to talk about a few different things. We're setting our foundation. We remembered our why. We made the decisions. We're never quitting. Now, what does our daily routines look like? What we know is to be consistent. This business is not a get rich quick overnight. Yes, there are people who come into the business and they make their first booking 48 hours into the business. But truly, the agents who are winning is the agents who never give up and are consistent with sharing their services online, in person. So whether you're sharing your services online, in person, there will always be a negative Nancy in your life. I'm sure maybe if you've already started the business and you started to share some things, and maybe you've already came to one, it's important to be confident in what you are building to ignore them. So, for example, maybe you might not be have the most supportive friends or family. As you're setting your strong foundation, I feel like this is very crucial. This is where some people who are coming in, getting their toes wet, and they're attending trainings, they're seeing some success, and maybe their partner is not the most supportive. Or, for example, for me, I'm sure I had family who was asking, like, what are you doing? Is this real? Is this legit? You cannot start second guessing yourself. You have to continue to stay plugged in, understand your product, your services, your business so much to where you are confident with it and where you are going that those comments don't make any effect to you. Because if you're not, those comments might affect you. And then you're going to start doubting yourself. And then you're not going to get much growth where you want to be. So I like to say, don't take advice from someone you went trade places with, and keep showing up. Two different things here. One, some people, when you are sharing your services, it's a scientific fact that you have to share something 7 times for it to stick. So you can't just post something or share your services one time. Like when I go into work, I actively share my services every single day. I don't care how annoying it is. I want you to know that I am the travel expert to go to. So don't let it, if you ever have unsupportive family, don't let it block you. Get right back up and keep showing up. Danae said, I'm struggling with consistent postings to bring in clients. I love that you identified that. That's exactly what we're going to get into next. So keep that right there. Keep showing up, whether that's in person or postings. As you're showing up, redirect your services. Maybe if you have, like I've had this example, I've had some friends who didn't book through me. And in the beginning, that was my biggest struggle. That I wouldn't say almost quit my business, but I was like, oh my gosh, I was getting really frustrated with it. What I started to do, the beauty with this business is that we have 2 sides of the business. That's where I started to really get my toes wet into the other side and say, okay, if they're already traveling, why don't they get paid for it? So that's why I say redirect your services. Begin sharing the 2 ways that you can help people travel. Number 1, as a VIP client, or number 2, if they're already doing the work, know that they can get paid for it. Which leads me to right here. Team building, or there are thousands of people traveling every day. The second way to redirect your services is to find a new outlet. Like Danae said, I'm struggling with consistent postings to bring in clients. If you're struggling with like staying consistent on social media, yes, it is good to identify that. But other things you could be doing is one, like if you go into another job or maybe dropping kids off at school, if you leave the house anywhere, make it known to share your services. Boom, you shared it with one person. Social media is just really great because you are able to share what you need to share to 100 people, 500 people, 1,000 people, however many eyes you have on your page. And that's where that consistency growth too. Remember, very important. Remember that we all start at zero. So as you look at Sarah Rogers, uh, Amy Cabrera, Christina Bertels, my page, Perla page, Kalia, Lizzie, any of our pages, know that we all started at zero. The only way to get to 500 views on your page, 1,000 eyes on your page, is to stay consistent. But even if social media is not like where your focus is right now, you still want to share your services other places. Which is where it would be really great to have Robin on here. Robin, she is an I-10 card holder. She does do social media. She likes to share a lot of her traveling experiences because she's an active traveler. But I believe that she gets a lot of her bookings just from the random events that she does, like going to church, in her community. I believe she works as well. So just sharing her services like that, that's how she gets a lot of her bookings. Same with my one agent. I'm gonna shout him out. His name is Jason. He doesn't do any social media, but he lives in the Orlando area, has a nice job, and he just shares his services, and he's almost an I-10 card holder. Um, so we've identified our why, we've made the decisions, we're setting our strong foundation. Now we're going to get into some practice situations. Um, Building habits that produce these results, right? And I love that Danae identified one thing already where she's struggling with. Because now, as we're building habits that produce results, we're going to start changing some things. So I'm going to ask you guys three-parter situations. Even if they're not relevant to you, let me know what you think. Like, I want to see where your guys' head is at with the business. So imagine this. You just got off an 8-hour shift, but you have no bookings to work on, and you want to continue doing something with business. What are you doing? What is one thing that you're going to do? It doesn't have to be like a long answer, but imagine you just got home from an 8-hour shift. Maybe you're tired. Maybe you're like, oh, I don't feel like doing something, but I want to do my business, but I don't even know what to work on because I don't even have any bookings. So you could at one point say, oh, screw this. I'm just not going to get anywhere and I'm not going to grow. Or you could do blank. Chelsea said, working on my CRM, batching content. More said, starting off with 15 minutes of content creation. Love that. Add 5 friends and groups, comment and socials. Yes, all great answers. So none of these are wrong. This is just exactly you guys deciding to move forward and do something with your business instead of just be like, well, my 8-hour shift is done for the day. I got my paycheck that I worked for, and that's it. With this business, it's to help you get out of that paycheck to paycheck mindset. It's to help you keep moving forward. So yes, batching content, that's exactly probably what I would be doing. I would come home and today's Wednesday, tomorrow's like if I worked today and I came home, I would try to get a post uploaded, whether that's already scheduled, like a mock booking or a valuable post. Or maybe, honestly, there are days where I don't have anything prepared and I just make a lifestyle post. Content creation is good, adding 5 friends and groups, working on your CRM, so behind the scenes business things, commenting in socials. Exactly. The engaging, I love that you said that too, because even while I'm out, so if I'm having a really crazy busy day, that is exactly something that I will do to still stay consistent. I'm probably not producing anything, but I'm engaging on profiles, whether that's warm market, or big social medias, and people are going to click on my account and just see things. My next question is, this is great for any of the moms in here. Your day is super busy running errands. Wait, let me see. I'm having trouble with distributing my content systematically. Oh, I see. So you mean like, it's okay, you can unmute, but do you mean like between Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook, or like having a content strategy?
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So yeah, I'm having trouble. Like I'll post up on TikTok. I just got like a good uh time schedule of like when I should be posting, but I can get it on TikTok, but I'm just having trouble distributing it to, yeah, like you said, Facebook and Instagram systematically. Like it's just really it's like meticulous.
I
And
got
so
you.
like, I'm trying to find like an easier route so that way I can systematically get it distributed to my leads.
Yes. Well, I love that you asked this because I feel like I'm the perfect person to ask. Maybe not the perfect, but I have been like when I was first starting on social media, and business was fully like my full time because I was living in the middle of nowhere, PA. Minimum wage was crazy. I did business full time. I was really big on my social media content. So I literally was posting on Instagram, Facebook, like planned post on Canva. But now, are can I ask, do you do this full time or do you have another job?
Right now I'm doing it part time. I'm on the job hunt,
Yeah.
looking for a career. I'm doing applications right now.
Yeah.
So I'm doing it part time, and then I'm tending to the house, keeping house.
Absolutely. Well, I was gonna say even so if you have like that time, kind of like how I was saying in the beginning, I can show you it's gonna be old, but this is what I did when I was focusing heavily on social media content. Amy Cabrera, she used to host a training. I think she still does it. I know probably you know about it, but if others don't, Amy Cabrera, she hosts a Reels training or social media training. That's what really, really helped me. She talks about like creating Reels, what to post. She taught me the octopus theory. And the octopus theory is basically imagine an octopus, and the head of the octopus is the main subject. So let's say the main subject is, for me, I might post a lot about Disney. For what you might want to specialize in might be honeymoons. Maybe for Krista, it'll be cruises. So that's the head of the octopus. And then the eight legs are the different segments that you could talk about with that specific topic. So, for example, Disney's the main head. One leg could be resorts. One leg can be Disney dining spots. One leg is the parks. And I know it sounds silly, but like when you break it down like that, it's like, okay, wait. Then you can go into even more segments, the tentacles. Talking about Disney resorts. There's 25 resorts. So that's 25 tentacles on the Disney leg right there. And then the Disney snacks. Honestly, that's my go-to whenever I'm like, I don't know what to post. But so I'm going to show you that to help you like with content planning and strategy. And then I have a helpful tip for when you're just out and about and keeping everything posted on all the platforms easily. Um, so on Canva, and this is what I mean by extra. Please don't feel like that you have to be this extra. Let's see. But I used to literally have an Instagram. Here we go. An Instagram feed layout. So I would strategically create my post and do, okay, mock booking and then a valuable post. When I was first starting, it was mock booking, valuable post, mock booking, valuable post. But now, as you would learn in Amy Cabrera, she did, besides the octopus theory, she also taught us that you need to post 5 things to make people actually book with you because they need to first know you, like you, and trust you. So to get them to know you, like you, and trust you, you have to be posting 5 different things. Inspirational content slash motivational. So that's sharing your story, other people's successes, valuable information. So that's going to be like, for example, on Monday, you post a mock booking about a Disney package. And then on Tuesday, you post a valuable post about that Disney resort. So it's giving them, instead of just, oh, hey, here's the deals, they're like, oh, okay, I should book with her because she's very knowledgeable. Um, Inspirational, motivational, valuable slash educational, conversational. I think that's another one. So you might see some random things and you don't have to overthink it. Like, where's your next vacation destination? Those plain vacation post or plain Facebook posts that do really good with engagement. That was strategic. And then, so let me show you. This is what I mean by Like I planned what to post like this, so my feed looked like that. It's literally extra though, so you don't have to. It is nice because I was able to strategically have everything I wanted planned. I was like, okay, I'm going to share client wins today, this and this. But if this is too much and you're just kind of out and about and just to make things easier, play around in your Facebook settings. If your Facebook is in professional mode and if it's linked to your Instagram, your business Instagram, whenever I post on my Facebook, it'll automatically post to my Instagram. And a cheat with this is funny enough, my Facebook is what's getting me most engagement right now. That's where I have my most warmest connections. Um, and when you post like this, whoever likes on your Facebook, it shows up on Instagram. So although like my Instagram, it says that there's 16 likes on a post when really on Instagram, two people probably liked it. But because it's connected to my Facebook, it's showing that 16 likes, which I know don't focus on the likes. Insights is what's important. But when people are coming across my page and they can see that likes, I feel like it does give credibility. Yes. Okay, good. So that should be easier to like whenever I get like a TikTok, I'll save it in the drafts, post it, and then this one gets well. What do you mean number five? Oh, I'm trying to think.
So you
Controversial.
gave us, Victoria, you gave us inspirational, valuable, educational, conversational. What's the fifth?
I'm trying to think of the fifth one. Um, Inspirational, motivational.
I think it was the mock booking.
It would be like a word. Like I know it's a specific word. Maybe like engagement.
Okay.
Essentially what she was just explaining, I know she'll say it again because it's one of her main things, is that you don't want to just be a sales bot. So yeah, like Alexander said, yeah, you'll post the no, you're right. Promotional. Thank you. You were right. It's promotional. So you'll have inspirational slash motivation. That's a personal piece. Then you'll have the promotional, which is where you're promoting your sales, services, business, deals. And then you'll have a valuable post, educational, and then conversational to build that connections. Uh,
Perfect.
yes.
That helps.
Good, good. Absolutely.
Thank you.
Chelsea said mine are connected, but I don't think it does that. Let me see. I discovered it. I linked my Facebook to my Instagram, my business Instagram. And so what I will do is I will go onto my thing and I just post as normal. And on the bottom here, like I have a post ready to go. On the bottom here, it'll say, do you want to post on Instagram? And you flip the script, you flip this thing, yes, and it'll post on Instagram. Great questions. So this is, we're like staying consistent. Let me go back to here. If it will load. Promotional as the topic, and yes, exactly. Like when people come across your page, they definitely do want to be able to tell that you are a travel advisor. So this kind of goes into setting your foundations. You want your cover photo to maybe list your services. It doesn't have to, but that's going to help you get bookings and be successful, right? You want your profile picture to be a nice, clear photo of you, maybe a photo of you traveling. And so when people come across your page, they can tell automatically you're a travel agent. But that they can connect with you, that they, oh, relatability, that's with the conversational one. That way they can relate to you, connect with you. And that you're not just like a sales bot. Now, here we go. We're getting to the end of our slides here. So far, we've set our why, or even when you get off this meeting, you can get into a little bit more deeper with your why. We made our decisions. Going back to making our decisions, also that's where you also want to get as clear with it. Make your decision that you want to become gold. And even if you can set a deadline, like personally, I feel like that is where I do struggle. I maybe don't set a deadline, or I set a deadline and I'm wonky with it because I know I can surpass it. That's me not making the decision that I'm going to be gold by April 20th. Now, by the way, for those of you guys who are wanting to grow in team building or go towards your IA-10, you have to reach that ranking by April 20th to get your IA-10 pin at convention or to walk the stage. So April 20th just hit. It has now been a month since April. Is it April 20th or April 30th? It might be April 30th. It's been a whole month since that deadline. Now we have a whole new year. So for me, I do need to make the decision. If I want to be gold, I need to hit gold by April 20th. And that's the decision where I am. Which actually, oh, we're still in practice situations. Because then at the end, I'm going to tell you guys it's always okay to revisit your goals, reevaluate. With business, it's never linear. Yes, like you set that the term in mind, and once it's set, it's set. So my screen is taking 10 years to load, but I remember where we were. We're practicing some situations. The next one is going to be for the moms. It's going to be your day is, imagine this, your day is super busy. You're running errands, taking the kids to school, you got doctor's appointment, you're doing work, whatever it is that you are really busy with. If you can only do one thing for your business, what would it be? Just one thing. Let me know what it be. And there's no wrong answers here, but I am going to, there is one specific correct answer that I know Krista and Sarah Rogers would want you guys to know. There's only one thing you could do. I know that's kind of very similar to the last one, I guess, but I was like quick. Batch content. You could, that might take some time though. Great for when you're sitting down. Chelsea said, work your market. Yes, making those connections, even if you're at work or like even if you're just going to the bathroom. We all do that every single day. And if that's the only 5 minutes that you have to yourself to go online and make a comment to make yourself known, do that. Kamora said, be compassionate to yourself. Yes. See, I love that you said this because I agree. Um, with being a business owner, that's the beauty of being a business owner, right? Is that we don't have to work the classic 9 to 5. We are able to prioritize ourselves, our family, whatever we need to. The only downside to that is because I've seen it with, with agents, and as a leader, I've had to shape this myself with coaching my agents. Yes, it is really great that we can do that. But at the same time, if you do that too much and you're not seeing the results that you want to see, then you're going to be in a situation where you're like, well, crap, this isn't even any good. So be compassionate with yourself just by doing, I would say, let me see. Yeah, Dominique, some training. That's a good one. I think that's how that goes kind of with Femoras. Whenever I'm like unplugged or busy, going through some crazy life things, sometimes just plugging yourself into a training will give you that refuel. Hey, yes, Chelsea said I made a sale for a Greece trip in a bathroom today. I'm sorry, I literally love that. I'm taking a picture of this. That is amazing. I love that. Congratulations. I'm trying to think, has there already been a cool place? I've done some besides just traveling, so that's awesome. Travel agent life. If you haven't already, make a post about that on Facebook. Make a post. I made a sale for a Greece trip in the bathroom today or while using the restroom. Hashtag remote work, hashtag life of a travel agent. It's gonna be like, or something like maybe like, I made money from my phone today booking a Greece trip for clients. Run it through ChatGPT, but I would take that and post it. And that in itself, like maybe that's your one thing of consistency for the day. Next one is, and maybe I wanted to add this in for those who might be watching a little bit later or might not share openly. Maybe you're in a really crappy situation and you started your business to genuinely help you get out of it. One, if you are in this place right now, please know that you're in the right place. Two, please know that you're never alone. Plugging into a training to get that refuel, plugging in to get those connections, that insights, that is exactly very important. What I heard, and I want to share with you guys, is with this business, yes, we all started to do something for ourselves. Like Alexandria said, own our things, but we're never alone. Anytime you're going through anything with life, and if you are not where you want to be with business, they do go hand in hand with each other. Know that there is another business owner here who has the blueprint to help you. So, important mindset, making the decision to never quit. But imagine you're in this situation. You're in a really crappy situation. You're starting and started your business to generally help you get out of it. Every day, if you're in this situation, every day, what are you doing? After this, I'll tell you guys the word that I'm looking for. But if I just want to hear where you guys are. Every day, what are you doing to generally get you out of a certain situation, to generally make yourself the income that you need and want to make with your business? Because making connections is correct. Plugging yourself into a training, batching some content, these are all correct. This is all going to help you grow your business. But if you need to press on the gas every single day, I'll share. I want to give you guys a moment to kind of guess. But what I was looking for maybe, Kimura said mentally kick myself in the butt, right? A little bit. You got to get up and you got to get on the horse. What I was looking for, Sarah Rogers says income producing activities. Every day we should all be doing income producing activities. What that means is if you're not on the team building side yet, team building would be a good place to get into. Specifically because if you don't have any bookings and you're already sharing your services, there are people who are looking for remote work. There are people who want the travel perks. Tap into every stream of income that we have. That would be the first thing. Tap into every stream of income. So commissions, traditional commissions, instant commissions, residual, affiliate links. Make sure that you're into all of them. And income producing activities. So once you learn about team building and you're in team building, this means, okay, income producing activities. Post in 5 Facebook groups sharing the opportunity. The goal is to get someone scheduled. That way you have a new agent on your team. Don't just do it for 5, do it for 10. Do it 10 is probably the max on Facebook. Switch to a different team building place. Go on TikTok live for an hour.
When selecting the particular group, what do you kind of look for ideal groups that would have prospects?
That is a great question. And honestly, so when I first started growing team building wise on Facebook, and I was joining the work from home, local town groups. So if you have like a classified field or like a local group, those are probably the best. Um, Now posting the opportunity, I would post that. You could post that in your local time group too. There might be some rules and restrictions, but you can also go into like those groups and just type in remote work. You don't necessarily have to make the post yourself. Someone else might have made the post and said, "Hey, I'm looking for remote work." In those type of groups, that's where I would share the opportunity. Make a comment and say, "Hey, I've been a hey blank. I've been a travel advisor for 3 years on my free time, or blank on my free time, and I get paid to help people plan vacations. No experience required. Let's chat." Like something short and simple, just making yourself known. And then for like the actual postings, work from home, remote work, women in business, working moms, teachers, side hustles. Those are good ones. Great question.
Is there like a particular number of members in each group that you prefer to? Is there like a certain amount, like a quota that each group has to have before you would request to join them?
Great question. I say like because you'll be surprised. The groups that don't have that many members, like if they only have like 2,000 or 7,000, people communicate more in there. So I don't really look at like the if it has like a million people, honestly, I still join the group, and yeah, that's a good place to post, but I wouldn't let the small number affect you because that's probably really to be more engaging. What I do look at is to see if the group, if it has a lot of spam bots in there and like spammy post, it's not an active group. But if it's like, hey guys, the Walmart is closed today, that's an active group. And I'm like, all right, this is exactly where I need to be. Other income producing activities would be posting instant commission booking, doing an instant commission booking, going live on TikTok to get those prospects. Essentially something that is leading you towards either a booking or a business partner.
And so, how would you promote instant commission different from a standard commission?
Well,
What's the difference? How would you promote that to your audience?
from with like promotions or traditional commissions, we always want to touch upon the savings. So our mock booking classes, they have like that layout and that template that you can use with instant commission bookings. But, and I'll be honest, I would give you the answer of attending Tommy Joe's training because she has a live training where it's just like the mock booking. She'll give you the layout of like the mock booking template. What I have found doing, um, which by the way, I've only booked like three instant commission bookings. I'm not like Gigi or Tommy Joe. That's why I say Tommy Joe would probably be the best answer. But what I started doing is I have a flyer in my Canva where I have like a screenshot from an online resort. Wait, I'll pull it up. And I started to do this a little bit more frequently. That way I can get more instant commission. I just posted it recently. But basically, I will post what it looks like on the regular consumer site and then the savings that I have access to. So we're touching upon the savings, but like I'm really going heels deep in it. Let me see here. But every Tuesday, Gigi, she is a lovely travel agent. She has booked, I think it's over $1 million, maybe even more. I think it's 4 million in instant commissions. She does a live corporate training every Tuesday, and Tommy Joe does a training every Thursday or Friday. So here. This is consistency. And now we got to scroll all the way to the bottom. Okay, here we go. So this is like how I would post it differently from my other traditional commissions or traditional bookings. I have this layout. So I'll say $1,000 savings and then the destination, and then I put them here. So it's really like showcasing them the savings that I have access to and hoping that if they want to reach out to me with another destination, like they know I can do that. Whereas this one is like a mock booking. Yeah, that one's like a mock booking. Not even my best type of mock booking. This one was a quick one. But um great question. And Tommy Joe will definitely be able to make sure you're in the right direction. Here. Now we set our why. We've made our decisions. We are setting a strong foundation. We know what to do with a strong foundation. Even if, business is not our main priority, it is always on the second burner. Now we're going to get into how to improve. There's always room for growth. Even if you are like killing it, there's always room for growth. So what I like to do every Wednesday, this is kind of like my own accountability, and I feel like it has really helped me. If you can set yourself a time to accountability, like hold yourself accountable, whether that's every Sunday, every Monday, just to kind of brain dump where you are and where you're going with your business, revisit your goals. What I like to do is every Sunday. Every Sunday, I will lay out my agenda book, write out the hours that I'm working my other job, and then I will fill in my free time with my business, meeting with clients. Maybe I'm having a hosting a training. Maybe I'm doing a one-on-one. Maybe I'm setting aside content hours. So time management and accountability and is important, but always remember that there's room for growth. So revisit your goals. Know that being a business owner is not linear. So that's why these weekly check-ins with yourself is very important. When we have a boss at like a normal job, I am kind of lucky. This job that I do work part-time, I do have a nice manager. She's pretty cool. She asks me all the time, she's like, "How are you? Do you like it here?" I know that not all jobs are like that, but imagine being that for yourself. Like, "Hey, how are you doing, Victoria? Oh, you need some bookings? Okay, like, consult with yourself as a boss. Be the boss or CEO that your business needs. There will always be tweaks and improvements. Know that everyone starts at zero. No one is rocket scientists. Year one, day one. Right now, because I want you guys, we all came in. I'm glad that we plugged ourselves in, but I want to ask you right now, what is one commitment you could be doing better with? For me, I will say I feel like my social media is, I'm good with consistency, but for the last month, I've just been consistent. I haven't been doing my best with valuable posts. So for me, something that I'm going to be committing to going into June is getting my strong content strategy back. Maybe one commitment with you going into June could be I'm going to plug in to Founders Call. Simple. Or I'm going to make a post every Wednesday. I'm going to make a Disney mock booking. So you have a Disney promotion going on every Wednesday. And then I feel like when you do that, everything else just kind of falls into place. You set that one commitment, right? If you want to be a Royal Caribbean cruiser or travel agent, post a Royal or be a cruise travel agent every week. Post a cruise sale. Call it Cruise Day Tuesday. That's what I do. But I do focus only on like Disney Cruise Line, Royal Caribbean. You could do the same. Post Virgin Voyages, and then the next day your next post can be all about Virgin Voyages. Not a lot of people know that Virgin Voyages, maybe they know it's adults only, all inclusive, but do they know that you can get a tattoo on board? Do they know that when you shake your phone, champagne comes to you? I'm making my content plan right now in my head as we're having our training. So this is it's small little daily compound efforts that are going to add up. So let's say Tuesday you post that cruise deal, Wednesday you post the value, Thursday, someone's probably going to reach out to you for a cruise. And even if they don't, that's where you have to stay consistent. Keep showing up. Um, and in those conversational posts, if you're still not getting anything, that's where in those conversational posts you can maybe post like a this or that, cruise or all inclusive. People love answering those. Would you rather go on all inclusive or a cruise? People are going to put what they want. And you, as a business owner, you're going to take that data and say, okay, so I'm posting cruises, but my people are looking for all inclusives. Let me switch it up and start posting this now. Um, so write that down. And then lastly, I want to make sure that you guys are leaving here prepared and ready for June. So I'm going to ask if you guys wanted to put into the chat, what is one commitment that you're going to be doing better with going into June? And do we have any questions as you are feeling ready to go into June? If this page will load. Okay. So the one habit I'm going to implement going into June is I've been doing really good staying consistent, balancing both business and work, but I've just been staying consistent and I know I can pick it up on the gas a bit. So I'm going to be bringing back more educational and get more strategic with my post. Julia said time management, something she's working on. Alexandria said posting consistent, attractive content. Love that. Dominique said consistency. Yes. And that's kind of where I am right now. Even if it's just staying consistent with personal life posts, like life of a travel agent wins, little things like that until you can pick it back up to give the octopus theory again. Putting more thoughts into action. Yes. Yes. I literally love the octopus theory. See, my problem is I didn't start May. Like, I did not start May doing my content strategy. And that's something that I do every month. I just wasn't able to do it this month. And every weekend, I'll try to catch up on it. But my month just hasn't been the same. So that's my own little accountability Now getting ready for June, I need to set that foundation. And then one income producing activity a day. Make sure that you guys know one. So if you need one, Facebook posting, sharing the opportunity, commenting, sharing the opportunity. Trying to think, going live on TikTok. Yes, Dominique said sometimes we overthink on what to post, and the results is that we don't do it. Absolutely. Don't overthink. Just rip it off like a band-aid. I will say not every post is going to land, and that's where you're going to learn. Like sometimes I will spend 2 whole hours on a reel doing my makeup and all, and the post will be a complete flop. You can either spiral about that or, okay, get back up the next day. Because also when you stay consistent, one, the more you feed your algorithm, the more it goes down. So like if you made like an embarrassing post that didn't do that well, like you were bold with it, but it didn't do that well, it's okay. Guess what? People are still gonna see it, and your other posts are gonna hit better. On the contrary to this though, Dominique, I will also say that a lot of times whenever I'm overthinking a post, that's what gets me the most. Like it works weirdly. I had a talk with Krista. She is our platinum. She told me a while ago that I was just posting like travel business things, and yes, I was doing the inspirational, I was doing the conversational, but I was posting like she said that I was posting like a 35-year-old mom, and I'm not a 35-year-old mom. She said you're not posting like who you are. So I started to get a little bit more real with it, and following her advice, now I have more bookings, more agents on my team. Social media is a place to be social. So when you share, not vulnerable, but like, when you be real and then add in that here's how my business is helping me, it builds that credibility.
So I have a question about TikTok right now. So I've been going live on TikTok, but I've been getting like a lot of international leads. Like I've been really trying to reach the American crowd, just because they're a little bit more serious, they're a little bit more compatible to this opportunity. And so like how do I train my algorithm to reach them? Because it keeps sending me to like Africa and the like Middle East
Yeah.
somewhere. So
I
like
will,
how do I train my algorithm to talk to people that are more in in my zone or
yeah,
um,
I understand. And I do get it because I do sometimes get like random like people from India too. Um, I will say if they're from like Mexico, Mexico is like our Mexico opened up for our business about 2 years ago, and now they are about 50% of our company. So if you get anyone from Mexico, they definitely would be a good market to follow up with. But India, Jamaica, like if we Africa, we can't onboard them. And this is just for live.
yeah, and then like I have content on TikTok and everything, and it's just it keeps getting distributed to like a market of people that like I it's not compatible for. And so
Okay.
like I'm trying to reach my audience, and it just keeps sending me to like all these people that are not compatible for the
Yeah,
opportunity. So I just how do I reach my people
I get
off of TikTok? I'm not too well. Facebook it's starting to get better, but yeah, TikTok I'm really struggling with reaching my audience.
good, good. Okay. Well, I was gonna say if it was just like TikTok live, not to like ignore them, but okay, hey, they're an extra body in your live to help you. Like you would want to engage with them just a little bit so that you can get more people in your live to get the Californians. Um, Also with TikTok lives, I am just starting to figure them out myself too. But I know Perla would say something like maybe with the boards, um, put like Disney, put start with Disney because maybe that'll like traffic the people who are already going to Disney. Um, change up the like wordings a little bit. But do I have you on TikTok? What is your TikTok? I
I think I did see you on TikTok, but I'm not sure if we were connected. But I think they saw us. They put us together. I remember watching you when I first went on there. I was like, yeah, because when I go on live, like you can totally tell I'm reading off of like my bestie off of ChatGPT, and so like, but you do really good at speaking directly to the camera. How do you do that? You
well,
just know what you're gonna say already.
thank you. No, trust. I literally the fact that you are at the place where you're doing on-camera videos, that is amazing. Know that they're all going to be awkward. I still have some that are, I still think that they are awkward. But I feel like as you're doing videos, like you get more confident with just like using your verbiage. So I will put the script through like my idea through ChatGPT, but when I'm like talking and doing my reel, I will give the same sass that I normally do. And I think that will also help. Yes, thank you. Let me, because I think that will also help, especially if you're just getting started. Kind of like with your Facebook, the more you keep showing up and building that brand, it's like you're building that identity. So more people are gonna come and see, like, oh, okay, she's a young girl who likes to travel, and they would relate to that.
I just have to keep saying like trigger words like United and Delta and Hilton and stuff like that.
Oh, I see. Okay, yes. I would try like so that is good because it's flight related, but I would try with cruises. I would try like cruises Disney related only for the fact that with flights, yes, people like that's literally anyone traveling. So it could make sense why people it's a whole branch, but if you niche down to like honeymoons, whatever you want to niche in, that's gonna get to the people.
So which is good. So right now I've been specializing in solo travel, business travel, and group travel.
Love.
Those are that's my three niches. And so like just keep pushing it, just keep pushing solo travel, business travel,
Um,
and group travel, friends and family.
yeah. I would
Or
also say
is that too general? Do I need to like specify a little bit more? Are you
no.
saying it's just like too broad?
No, no. I think honestly, I love the fact that you have business travel, group travel, and solo travel because a lot of people do family, Disney, honeymoon, so you're kind of already weaving yourself your own lane. That might be a thing too. You're weaving yourself your own lane, so you're creating that. You're not like falling into one. Maybe I would add like elevated, like because what all those three would have in common is like elevated travels. Maybe personalized services.
I've
Um,
been doing luxury. I've
yeah,
been saying luxury,
luxury
make
travel, that would
simple.
work. And honestly, with solo travel, what you could do, because I've seen some things myself with solo travel, go on TikTok and there's like a hashtag for solo travel. If you see any trends or anything like that, that's what you do. Good. Okay. That's what I would probably um suggest. That way you can kind of not copy, but you're learning from them until you learn your own groove.
Okay. And so like I can go like searching for friends and stuff and just use hashtags. It should generate like a certain market of people.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, I'm completely new to TikTok. I didn't trust it. The only reason I'm on here on TikTok is for Archer. And so yeah, I completely didn't trust it because I know it's a foreign app. And so I don't know if we have American ownership yet, but the only reason I'm on TikTok is because I'm with you guys.
I
And so
completely
yeah, I'm still learning it. I'm still new.
But I love like give yourself that grace for that because that is exactly what you should be doing to reach the results that you want to see. I've been a travel agent for 3 years now and I didn't start growing on TikTok until this year. I wish I started sooner. So the fact that you're not letting fear or anything get in the way, that's exactly what we talked about today. I'm gonna give you Perla's YouTube. She is like our TikTok queen. She has like a two-part series on TikTok, and she taught me this one thing. If you go into the search, have you ever like searched up the creator search insights? Or do you know that hack?
No.
That she's gonna show you this. I'll send you her YouTube. And anyone who's growing on TikTok, definitely check out this two-part series she has on TikTok. She'll talk about if you go into the search bar on TikTok, creator search insights, it will tell you literally what TikTok wants you to post. So this is actually really perfect for you. What your TikTok needs you to post. For me, anything that's blue, I don't know if you can see. Anything that's blue, it's like listened to. So I have Disney TikToks, travel content. You might have something um like woman or solo travel. Thank you, Danae. Thank you so much for hopping in. I'll post this here. And let me perfect. Great questions, Alexandria. Thank you so much. How are we doing? Was this helpful? Do we feel like we're leaving here ready for June? I was just coming to connect with you. I was like, oh my goodness, look at your profile. Yes. For anyone who wants to follow my TikTok, mine is Victoria Harper Adventures. But I will, if there's nothing else, I will be seeing you guys in other trainings. Exactly. Also, by the way, thank you, Alexandria. I forgot to mention this. Really quickly in our business, make connections. So as you're plugging yourself into these trainings, engaging with other social media or other business owners, make those connections because that's exactly what's going to help you grow, help you when you need those helpful moments, and keep you on your toes to reach your goals. You are so welcome. Thank you guys. I will see you in the next one. Thank you. Have a good night.
This was great, Victoria. Bye.
Thank you.